Hey everyone, this is OneManZerg with UEN.com, and I have another awesome replay for you today. This one is between Fenix, the blue Terran in the upper right, and once again, AxSlav. He is now the red Protoss in the lower left, and they are playing on Blistering Sands. As you can see, Blistering Sands is the map where you start in opposite corners, lower left and upper right. You have some rocks with some shrubbery before them at the edges of your base on one side, and then on the other side you have a small ramp that leads to your natural expo that has a decent choke to defend that, but then you have to watch out for the rocks in the back of your base. For your third expo, there's either the normal expo here that is slightly difficult to guard, but it's not very legible, and then there's the gold expo that has destructible rocks. So we can see they're going with some normal builds here. It looks like Fenix with the supply depot on 9 and AxSlav with the pylon. Just chronoing out some probes. Nothing too exciting yet. No scouts headed over to each other's bases yet either. It's a little surprising for two players of this caliber, but there AxSlav goes, and then he's probably about to send that sector over. And there the probe goes over to Fenix's base. And Fenix just building the barracks after the supply depot. Nothing unusual here, just a really standard build. So AxSlav's been sending us a lot of replays, and we really appreciate it. Just wanted to give a little shout out to him right there. Just again on this map, there's these Xel'Naga towers in the middle that if you hold them, if you hold both of them especially, you can see if your opponent is coming to your base with land troops for the most part. And then here they go, cross and pass. And then if you do move out to take one of these expos, you usually move your army out in the middle too. We see that in a lot of the later games that these high-level players get to. So AxSlav doing the typical, harassing some SCVs, making Fenix pull an extra off the line. Burned a couple minerals there, and then Fenix going with the orbital command on 16. AxSlav dropping the gateway in the cybernetic score, has one gas going. Very standard play from both of these players right now. You can't tell anything about what they're doing. And Fenix coming here with the little probe harass. See how AxSlav deals with that. Usually just enough to get him out of the probe line. There he goes, taking off 2. It's little tip, it's about a mineral a second for every second that your probes or SCVs or drones aren't mining. So something to think about: if you're gonna chase a SCV all around your base, you might as well just send your probe or whatever back to mine so that you're not losing that that potential income. And then Fenix going with some Reapers here. See, I don't know, a late Reaper is usually called or referred to as a scouting Reaper. You know, you can jump up in the back of your opponent's base, check out what they have, but typically you can't do too much damage. And then Fenix doing a good job taking that that Xel'Naga tower over there, and then leaving one Marine out here just enough to see if anything's coming. And here comes the Reaper. See if this this guy does anything. Looks like AxSlav is going for the warp gate upgrade. Usually if players do this, they go into that referred to as the Korean 3 gate or 4 gate, where you get one gate and you get a cybernetic score. It doesn't reveal anything about what you're doing, and then later you mass up 2 or 3 more gateways. And then we can see Fenix over here going with the factory and then another barracks. Maybe he's going to go with some marine tank over there. That's usually a pretty good combo against a Protoss player. You do have to watch out for what tech they're going though, because Colossus can rip that up. Templars can give it a hard time. There's a lot of a lot of back and forth counters. And then Fenix, you can see that his Reapers have shown their ugly faces to AxSlav, but you know, with the cliff jumping, they can get off and on of these Xel'Naga towers relatively easily and just avoid that. And you know, you see the stalker coming and then you move. It's pretty easy to do. So AxSlav going with the Robo Bay. It looks like a 2-gate Robo, and then I don't know what he's gonna bring out from that. I don't know what exactly. Let's see what AxSlav sees. AxSlav doesn't know anything about what Fenix is going, so a little bit of shooting in the dark right there. And then Fenix also doesn't know anything about what AxSlav is going. So some pretty poor scouting. Yeah, I was gonna say I'm surprised he's not bringing these up now, but he is, and that's great to do. He's got a scan in there while he's bringing in the Reapers. I think he's trying to go with some harass there with those Reapers. Those DA chargers can just take out buildings so quickly. There, just pops that off and gets out with a couple Reapers. Probably worth the cost to take out a pylon. Oh, but not if he's gonna lose more units like that. Oh, that's just some bad micro out of Fenix right there. He's probably doing something in his base, not paying any attention over there. And then Phoenix is decent defense up here. It looks like he get one with a pseudo 1-1-1 build, but he's not using the starport in the factory for anything. I'm surprised he's not. I mean, he is using all of his resources, but it's kind of no sense in getting these structures if you're not going to build anything out of them pretty quickly. Just one medevac for, what, 4 ground troops? You can see pretty small armies for this point in the game, 7.5 minutes in. And then I'm surprised that neither player knows the other's expoing, but they are both expoing at the same time. It's really interesting to me how you watch these high-level players and you see that they kind of just have the same feel of the game, if you will. Like, it seems like AxSlav doesn't need to know that Phoenix is expoing right now, and vice versa. Phoenix doesn't need to know AxSlav is, and they kind of just know it naturally. And then Phoenix saw, I think that since he saw he was teching, he figured, you know, oh, no need to worry too much about building a mass army because he's teching right now, so I'm going to take this time to expand. I think that's what's going on in his mind. You know, I can't be certain of that. And then AxSlav definitely sees what Phoenix is doing right now with that expo. I wonder if he's going to try to mass some troops right now, taking that little bit of time advantage that he might have. Ooh, I think he thinks that Phoenix might be about to drop a scan right there to kill his observer. It's always frustrating when that happens to you if you're a Protoss player, but you're always like, yeah, killed an observer. That was totally awesome. But I don't know if it's really that worth it, because, you know, you see it's 50 crystal, 100 gas, so you kind of earned that, but you lost 270 minerals by the loss of the mule. This is a trade-off. What you gonna do? Here we go with an interesting build. Those ravens are always good to get if your opponent's going stalkers, and I think that's what Phoenix is thinking right now. Oh, AxSlav's going stalkers, get a raven, drop a point defense drone. We'll see how that works out in the fight. But then I've seen AxSlav, as soon as he sees those ravens, he really typically switches to some extra zealots in his army, and those extra zealots then counteract the point defense drone. And then you just have to make sure that you don't get caught too off guard with those. Let's see what's going on right now. Going with the Immortals. I think he figures with the factory he must be going some mech, or Marauders. They're worthy against them too. And you can see army size. It looks like Phoenix is definitely just getting dominated by AxSlav. AxSlav's got a slight income advantage. Phoenix just hasn't got this second expo up fully, and you can see that that's predominantly that he has 12 more harvesters than him. So see what's going on. It looks like there might be some action coming up here. Oh, I think that was a very bad decision with that Raven. What are you doing in there? Gets that point defense drone down, but now AxSlav probably just back away, take it out, and now fight's even again. And then those Guardian Shields, if you're ever facing Marines, always drop those. Reduce your opponent's damage by 33%. I'll take it every time. And then I don't think either player wants to push. Neither feels confident enough that his army is going to take out the other player's army. So just a little bit of build-up going on right now. And I think AxSlav does know that he has that income advantage. He got his expo out a little bit before Phoenix did, thanks to his observers roaming the map. And then AxSlav, one of my favorite things about him is he's pretty aggressive on expanding. He's always looking to expo, looking to get that macro game up. And I think he has a better macro game than most of the pro players I've seen. It can get you in trouble. You try to expand too early or without enough army, and then your opponent just, whatever resources you were going to use on your expo, he used on his army, and then they overwhelm you. But AxSlav does a pretty good job about it. I think, he's top 20 player, so obviously he does a pretty good job about it. And then Phoenix here with just that bio ball. Ooh, but the Hardy Colossus comes in here. You can see pretty good composition by AxSlav. He's got just such a generous mix of units. That's very good when you're going into most fights, because you're never going to get hard countered by anything. Whereas your opponent, if he has just a couple units, you can get a few units that will really dominate them. Like this Colossus in a good fight or in a reasonable fight will just tear up those bio ball troops. And then if he doesn't have that extended thermal lance yet. You can tell his range is still. Oh no, he does. I think he must have just popped then, because you can see he didn't have it in some of that battle. Yeah, those extended thermal lancers will really devastate any kind of bio ball, any kind of low HP ranged army is just gonna get dominated. What AxSlav always does the funniest things. Like, what are you doing in this corner right now, AxSlav? That's so weird. But I'm sure he has some kind of rhyme or reason to this. Doesn't know his opponent's troops are coming. I think the observer might have seen him come. Trying to get up this back wall. He's kind of lucky that Phoenix just setting up over here. That's a good position. Always good to set up your tanks on top of this. Usually you cut off vision of your opponent, as well as, you know, secure the Zelnaga tower. But Protoss players with effective observer usage can definitely see that. And then moving in quickly while the tanks and the ghosts are separated. That's a really good move by AxSlav. I don't know what Phoenix is trying to take out the rocks down there. Just look at that timing. You have those observers, you come in here with this army, and then I think AxSlav might be able to push out from here. Just really capitalizing on that one mistake his opponent made. Probably just going to streak up here to the base, cut him off at the ramp, and then, yeah, there's nothing Phoenix can do at this point. He's just got such a poor position on AxSlav. AxSlav's Colossus, just backing him up, keeping him alive. Look at those hit points. Just enough to stay alive and completely dominate Phoenix. And there's a good game from Phoenix, guys. So, I don't know, man. That game went from completely balanced game to just overwhelmingly dominant in this little play right here. So AxSlav sees with his observer that there's a separation of the army, comes out here, kills half the army, then kills the other half. If that ghost would have been there with tanks and troops, he could have EMP'd the army, taken out a good portion of their hit points with those shields down, and the Bile Ball just comes in and tears it up. But instead, you can see AxSlav just pulls off that one little move, then comes out here. Phoenix doesn't have enough troops to overwhelm this army anymore, and then AxSlav, with just that little bit of micro from the Colossus units, keeping them alive, making sure they're in the back, and then just dominates that Terran army. You know, a lot of games come down to that one critical moment in the game where you just made a right decision, or your opponent more so made a wrong decision, and you capitalized on it. So I hope you guys enjoyed that game, watching AxSlav, watching Phoenix, some top 20 players here, going at it. Remember, when you're watching these, watch, like, what are they doing? When are they expanding? What are they building up in terms of army size? And always remember too, it's not they're not doing it right now, but keep that mineral count low, because if you keep your mineral and your gas low, it means you're effectively spending your money, and that doesn't mean don't get workers. Get workers constantly, but always keep that low so that when you get attacked, you have the biggest army possible, or when you're going to attack, you have the biggest army possible. So, thanks for listening, guys. If you like it, subscribe to the channel, go to the UEN.com, all that good stuff, and see you later.